Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of action of the NFC. That is the National Fast Pitch Championship, the marquee event for softball New Zealand. As we just get underway in the 1 o'clock time slot, running a little bit behind time, starting at 10 minutes past 1 here. We'll mark that 9 minutes past 1 as the clock strikes 9. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Great to have you along on this one as we're about to get underway here. Second pitch of the ball game that'll go to the third basewoman, Lara Andrews, and she will make the out. It is on Canterbury and this game 24 matchup here on Diamond 1 at Fraser Ballpark, and it should be an outstanding one. Hutt Valley, always a fantastic outfit that perform very, very well when it comes to an NFC or any type of age group. Canterbury, well, they've been outstanding this week so far. Just the one loss against Auckland in the earlier match today, but boy oh boy, they were simply on fire. Yesterday was Canterbury. At that moment, let me bring into the commentary booth, playing softball in Canterbury this year, originally from Kansas. It is Ellen Clark. Ellen, welcome to the booth.
Thanks, Chopper.
Ellen, this matchup between Canterbury and Hutt Valley, what do you think we're going to see?
I think hopefully we're going to see a lot of balls put in play. I think both teams have some great hitters on their teams, so hopefully there'll be a lot of action. Not quite. I don't think it'll be a pitcher's duel. Siobhan Rolls, though, she does really, really well, and she's been doing really well for Hutt Valley for a number of years now. But hopefully we'll see a lot of balls put in play and some good defensive plays.
We're looking for some good defensive plays for sure here. Let's look at that defensive lineup now for the girls and green and gold Hutt Valley in the field. It'll be Yvonne Burgess out of left field. Caitlin Lawn will be starting at centre. Mare there. Pukitapu Barnett will be the right fielder. Lara Andrews in the hot corner. The New Zealand Sky Sport White Sox representative for a long time, Lara Andrews, is outstanding there. Danica Fraser will be the starting shortstop. Ashley Johnson, the White Sox players, at second base. Jordan Mumu will get the start at first base behind the dish. As that one fouls off her helmet, that is Otila Tavite. Siobhan Landros, as you mentioned already, Alan, is the starting pitcher for Hutt Valley. Batting lineup for Canterbury, it's a decent one from 1 to 9 as well. Narissa McDowell, she grounded out to third base to lead off. Meg Gladding batting now. It'll be Michaela Werehiko hitting 3 for Canterbury. That pitch just outside on Gladding. Lucy McIntyre hits clean up today. Paige Crawford, the designated player, will find out whether she pitches. Amy Begg is listed as the pitch at the moment. She'll be hitting 5 anyway, will Paige Crawford. Alyssa Laurie, Pearl Marley Wayford and Joanna Church hit 6, 7 and 8. And it'll be the left fielder, Elizabeth Rice, rounds out the batting order here for the girls from Canterbury. Strikeout for Gladding, 2 outs away. We're in the top of the first innings. Great to have you along. Strap yourselves in for this matchup between Hutt Valley and Canterbury. First pitch issued to Michaela Werehiko, comes down for a strike. Alan, earlier in the match here for the starting pitchers, and in this case, Siobhan, I know we've got 2 outs already, but what are they looking to achieve, these starting pitchers?
I would assume they're going to want to go right at these hitters, especially early in the count, get ahead, don't want to fall behind too early in the game, obviously.
Ground ball to second base. Ashley Johnson, an international representative. She'll take that one. It's bread and butter. 3 up, 3 down, go Canterbury in the top of the first innings. We'll duck away, come back with the lineups for the bottom of the first innings in just a short moment.
Headphones on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Game 24 matchup between Canterbury and Hutt Valley, bottom of the first innings. Let's set the fielding line-up for Canterbury. Elizabeth Rice will get the start at left field, Narissa McDowd at centre. Pearl Marley Waitford, the pickup player from Auckland, she is at right. Joanna Church in the hot corner, that is third base. Alyssa Laurie at shortstop. Michaela Wedehuko will be the starting second baseman. Lucy McIntyre over at first. Meg Gladding behind the dish. Amy Begg will get the start on the mound, but you can't go past the first baseman, McIntyre, can you?
Absolutely not. Lucy's been in the White Sox mix recently, went over to Australia and played in the Asia Pacific Cup, and played in that Summer Slam League and stuff. She's been having a really great season this year, so she'll be fun to watch.
First pitch from Begg is right down Main Street to the lead-off hitter here for Hutt Valley. There's Caitlin Lewin. She'll be followed by Danica Farizo. The shortstop, Laura Andrews, hits 3 today. The catcher, Atiawa Toa, she'll be hitting clean up for Hutt Valley. Next pitch is up, going to the fence, charging, and a great catch by Meg Gladding there just before it hits the fence.
By Joanna Church. Pluck that ball off the fence there.
Rest of the batting lineup for Hutt Valley. Ashley Johnson hits 5. Kitty Winata Inoka will be the designated player hitting for Landros. The pitcher should be hitting 6. Yvonne Burgess, Jordan Mumu will be hitting 7 and 8. And it'll be Marere Puketapu Barnett will round out the batting order, the right fielder for Hutt Valley. There you are, top to bottom here, both teams. There's a hard line drive straight up the middle. And Danica Farizo continues her hot hitting form here at the NFC. Well, Ellen Clark in the booth here with us calling the colour. Great to have you along, Ellen. Of course, we've introduced both teams on the field already. There's a third team out there. Who's that?
The Blues. The umpires, we've got Rachel Taylor behind home plate. We've got Leon Hopa on the first base side, and then Dennis Smith will be on the third base side.
Well, as you can see there on the commentary booth cam, that is Ellen to my left side here in colour commentary, and thank goodness she's here because all of a sudden the booth just got a lot more prettier. Flies up, does Andrews to the third baseman, and that'll retire her for the side here. So 2 down now quickly. We've still got Farizo at first base at this point. It'll be Atiawa Toa now, the catcher for Hutt Valley. Amy Begg is a pitcher. What type of arsenal does she have on the mound?
Amy, she hits spots really, really well. She goes down and up and has a really nice change-up. I hit off Amy quite a bit in our Canterbury competition, and she can really move the ball around the zone.
Here's a hard hit ball to right field. Marley Wayford wanted to throw it to first base. McIntyre not quite watching for that one, so that'll allow Farizo to go coast to coast. They've got runners in the corners now, Hutt Valley. Something cooking here on the bottom of the first.
That brings into the batter's box number 4, Ashley Johnston.
That play, Ellen, when you've got a runner going to first base and it's a hard line at a right field and the right fielder trying to peg him at first base, is that the type of play you like to see happen in the field?
Yeah, I do. It's difficult in that situation with a runner ahead of the runner going to first, but with 2 outs, I think take a chance to try to get that out at 1.
Got a chance indeed here, of course, trying to get that third out. Low lifter is low this time from Begg.
Runners on 1 and 3, 2 down.
2 down here at this point for the Cantabrians as they try to get out of this little jam they've got started here in the bottom of the first. To the screen, goes underneath the legs of Gladding, and Farizo will scamper in. Now the throw goes wild, and that'll allow base runner to scoot all the way around. Of course, that was Tavita. That was at first base. She's been replaced with a 2-down catcher rule, so that's Andrews now running out at third base. Ashley Johnson batting now.
Against the pitching of Amy Begg.
Hutt Valley, though, Ellen, getting off to a good start here, picking up an early run in the ball game.
Absolutely, and you expect that out of Hutt Valley. That was an amazing piece of base running there by Laura Andrews, going from first to third on that play.
Check swing. And that'll go foul down the line from off the bat of Johnson. And you see her just working in the box, trying to make sure technically she's on point. Joe Friso, head coach for the Hutt Valley team, has been for a while now. He definitely knows how to turn green to gold. Here's the liner. Going to centre field, it'll be McDowell out there. She will take a two-handed catch, and that'll nullify the threat now, but not before. Danica Friso scabbers in on a pass ball at home plate, and they do open the scoring here. 1-0 to Hutt Valley. We'll be back with the top of the second in just a short moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second innings. Hutt Valley have just scored in the bottom. They lead the ball game 1-0. We'll get the scoreboard up for you shortly. Someone forgot to plug the power in, Alan.
I did, but it wasn't working with the computer. I just didn't have the right
I'm going to
cord.
say it's not your fault.
That's
It's your
fine.
first game of the day today. Might have been us mucking around all day, forgot to plug in the power to the iPad. But we'll get it up and running for you soon. Until such time, we'll give you the score and the outs as we go along anyway. It'll be Lucy McIntyre, Paige Crawford and Alyssa Laurie, 1, 2, 3 here for Canterbury in the top of the second.
Ball misses the plate on the outside. Full ball.
Starting pitcher Siobhan Landros, pitching to a battery partner Ortila Savite here for Hutt Valley. This one on the handle will go out of play over the third base dugout. Coaching staff for Canterbury. Alison Boys, ever lovable. She'll be working the assistant coach down at first base, a Wellingtonian, because she works in tandem with the head coach Carl Tunenga. Carl and Alison were the head and assistant coach of the Junior White Sox that went away to the 2019 WBSC U19 Women's World Cup. That was hosted in Irvine, California, and took that program to a real credited finish there. They went into there ranked something like 16, or they placed 16 2 years ago. Before that, well, Tunenga and Boys took them all the way to 9th place, so a good jump in the rankings for the junior team in that tournament.
It was amazing.
Slow grounder to Johnson, and she will make the play at first base. Johnson been busy early in this one, the second basewoman. Paige Crawford, the designated player, she'll step in. She's hitting, remember, for Amy Beck.
The designated player for Canterbury. Cold strike in the zone.
Now, Alan, you get to see a lot of Crawford down in Christchurch, of course, as well as the rest of the Cantabrians that are in the lineup.
I
But
do.
what should we expect to see from her in the batter's box?
Paige likes to go deep in the count. She's got a really great eye. She's can hit for power, so she's able to put the ball over the fence, but at the same time works for base hits, hits off field well. She's a good all-around hitter.
Good all-round hitter indeed. And as you see on the screen there, we've got a pink ribbon around the microphone here today in the booth, of course. Happy Valentine's to all those ladies out there. February the 14th, a day to celebrate for all you lovers around the world. Alan, any Valentines so far today?
No. My mom texted me.
Oh,
She
that's
sent me
always
a
good.
happy Valentine's Day
Hey,
text.
what's Mum's name?
Stephanie?
No, is she in Kansas?
Yep. I think she's watching right now, actually. Hi, Mom.
Well, there you go. Well, when you get on the booth cam again, you make sure you look right down the barrel of that camera and give her a wave.
Will do.
We see Crawford go down on strikes for the second out here.
And she is struck out there. from the pitching of Siobhan Landross. Siobhan Landross.
Rebecca Taylor, the chief umpire behind the home plate, calling the balls and strikes on this one. Well, with the help of a major sponsor for this NFC broadcast with Ballpark Broadcasting, ground ball to Andrews. Bread and butter for her all day. And she will make the throw over. It's 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. It sounds like a broken record, but that's the way the defence from Hutt Valley work. We're through 1.5 now, bottom of the second coming up. Hutt Valley looking to extend the lead. 1-0 at the moment.
It's Atiawa Toa, the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Now on your Friday drive time for your rap battle.
With me, your boy, Powder in the morning. That's right, it's Powder in the morning. And we're talking about the Commonwealth Games.
Yes, one of our best games ever. So, Powder, you're up first, brother.
Oh, man, here we go.
Here we go.
Check it.
1,
Cheer,
2,
cheer, cheer.
1, 2, 3, hit
So the Commonwealth Games are over. Just like a nibble team, it's over. Got 15 gold and 16 silver. We could have made it 17 silver. Got the 7 mans, they are taking over. David Litty, he will throw you over. Got 15 bronze, the size of nose. So Leon's on one. Nose.
Toke te kapakiwi e tu wana te ihiwe. Kia tau ma heke Commonwealth Games a ki te GC. Mai te whitu poro to the shot put balls a ki te hoki. But I'm not sure what happened to our kaka.
Man, he can't see.
Bottom of the second innings here, the score is 1-0 to Canterbury at this point. It'll be Kitty Winata Inoka, Yvonne Burgess and Jordan Mumu. 1, 2, 3 here for the girls, and green and gold as we get underway with you. Well, with that rap battle from Te Atiawa Toa FM and the ad break there, Alan Clark in the booth with me. Alan, what's your rhyme?
I tried, Chopper.
And the Texas League in the centre may have just saved you there, Miss Clark. And a lead-off hit for Winata Inoka.
Chile, Winata Inoka doing a fine lead-off job for...
Oh, wait, but maybe did it save you?
It did.
That brings in
I
really did.
can't go back there?
number 6.
No, it's
Okay.
past.
Burgess.
All right, fair enough. You're good at that. Yvonne Burgess now left fielder for Hutt Valley.
Burgess
Sacrifice bunt attempt. It'll go back and hit the backstop fence that allow the base runner Winiata Inoka to reset at first base.
Inoka shakes for their opponents.
2
Goes for the slap.
strikes here
Good strike.
for Beard, getting ahead in this one. Goes with a low lifter on the outside edge. A defensive swing by Burgess to stay alive in the at-bat. Got to say, Alan, this matchup between Canterbury and Hutt Valley today, it's got the making of a good one.
Absolutely. Two really good teams. They've got really good pitching staffs, really good defense, all-around hitters. It should be a good game.
It's got a little bit of everything, a little bit of something. Outside fishing, pick-off attempt to 1. Back in time is Winiata Inoka.
UB pulling the swing, he's going for a nice little change-up, just misses it.
That one is fouled back.
Chile winning out Inoka takes a big cut.
Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Burgess. This one flares up.
Nice little battle here.
So Burgess really working hard here in this at-bat, trying to find her pitch.
And number 6 for Hutt Valley. Sorry, number 24 for Hutt Valley. Kitty winning out Inoka.
This one down low. Canterbury in action earlier today took on Auckland. Auckland coming out victors in that one. A hit fest. 11 hits to Auckland, but 6 to Canterbury, so lots of offense in that earlier matchup, Alan.
That's always good to see. Auckland always has top pitching. They're usually pretty strong in that position, so it's good to see those girls getting some hits.
Hard line drive goes through the 5-6 hole. They will move station to station, Hutt Valley. Something cooking in the kitchen here again, now in the bottom of the second innings.
Nice job there for Hutt Valley. Hutt Valley had runners on 1 and 2.
Well, the operations manager for the Hutt Valley Softball Association. She's playing first base. That is Jordan Mumu. She'll come in a bat next. That earlier matchup, Auckland-Canterbury. Auckland did run out victors in that one, 8 runs to 2.
For Hutt Valley, number 1, the first base person for Hutt Valley, Jordan Mumu.
Bunt attempt goes down and foul.
Goes foul.
Earlier matchup today, Southern Pride took on the Hutt Valley men. Hutt Valley men looking very strong this week. They won that matchup over Southern Pride 4 runs to 1 there. We've got a final score.
One strike on the batter, Jordan Mumu.
And a diving attempt by the second basewoman, Michaela Wedihukor. That's a great defensive play.
Beautiful. I love to see that effort.
Canterbury. Phil, Marley, Waitford, what a nice play there to retire Jordan Mumu.
Mariere Puketapu Barnett now, starting right fielder for Hutt Valley. She'll step in and go to work. Ball low. One of the interesting things, Alan, when Hutt Valley are up to bat, so is their dugout. They're always up. They're always chanting right at the fence.
That really does make a huge difference as far as team morale and just making sure your batter doesn't feel alone in the box. Gives them a little bit of confidence. It's great to see.
You see them there. That's Ashley Johnson on screen, rolling the arms, trying to keep the roll going here in the bottom of the second innings. One out at this point. The 2 runners on here. Inoka at 2, Burgess at 1. Fouled back, a full cut though from Puketapu Barnett.
That one goes foul.
Junior White Sox, they got to have a double header this morning. They played on Diamond 1 in their earlier matchup, then they played Auckland over on Diamond 2. Auckland giving them a masterclass over there. 18 hits to 4 to Auckland, 16 runs to 1. Foul back.
Yeah, once again there. Tapu Barnett just fouling that ball off, staying in the box there. You should play here now for both teams. Runners on 2 and 3, Hutt Valley, they'll be wanting to bring those in. Canterbury, be wanting to defend their own plays.
One off the end of the bat. It's a slow roller. Third base has got to be quick, and she is quick. A nice heads-up play by Joanna Church to get out the lead runner going into second base.
Joanna Church of Canterbury.
So 2 down now.
To second base for the fourth play.
And they'll go back to the top of the shop and the ever-dangerous young Caitlin Lewin.
Hutt Valley have scored.
Runners in the corners at this point. You can see over at first base there. It is Puketapu Barnett on the fielder's choice. Full swing from Lewin.
Caitlin Lewis, number 12.
Young Caitlin Lewin, only 17 years of age, Alan. But boy, oh boy, you know, I really like the way she plays. My mind, she plays just like the men.
She absolutely carries herself like a baller. I've watched her in a couple tournaments before, and you know, hearing girls, I talk to a lot of the younger girls, and hearing them talk about her, how she carries herself and how she plays, and they all look up to her and stuff. I think that's really cool. She's got a really cool opportunity to be something special in the softball community.
She sure is indeed. Exciting to watch is Caitlin Lewin, normally a starting shortstop for Hutt Valley. And at this point, Danica Farizo, ex-White Sox player, right in that squad member for the Sky Sport White Sox team. Sport for choice, Hutt Valley at this point at the shortstop role. Ashley Johnson, what's she doing with her hands there?
Don't know.
Maybe it's a signal.
It could be.
We see the conference over there with head coach Fraser passing on his thoughts. Carl Tunenga from Canterbury coming out, passing over his defensive thoughts. So we'll see who's the mastermind here. Back to the action. 2 down, runners in the corners. Lewin up to bat.
Lily batters box 4, Hutt Valley.
This one just outside, Big taking a little bit off that drop ball. Not quite tempting enough for Lewin. A 2-1 count now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The centre fielder from Hutt Valley. Drop ball is just below the zone.
Low down, 4 ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Hutt Valley still got their chance going. I've never heard that one. I don't know if you could pick it up an air shot there, Alan, as the walk is issued to Lewin to load the bases here with 2 down. Danica Fraser with a single up the middle back in the first innings. She's got an opportunity to really break this one open.
That brings into the batter's box. Number 2.
Finding Nemo. If you remember the scene where they're trying to get the fish out of the dentist's office.
Those seagulls, huh?
Yeah, the seagulls. And the Hutt Valley team going, is that a ball? Is that a ball? Ball? Finding Nemo even makes his way into that NFC this year for the 2020. Change up from Big, goes down.
Big coming out and pulls the string with a change up. Goes down low for a ball.
Another jam here for Canterbury. Pass ball allowed them to score a run in the first at Hutt Valley. Low lifter. Just misses the rubber of home plate there. Boy, that had to be close. 2-1 the count now.
2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Fraser.
Here's a liner up there. Fly ball deep. Converging around to the centre fielder is Narissa McDowd, and she'll make the last out just like she did back in the first innings, and they do get out of the jam. So bases loaded, fly ball. Sees Amy Big keep the score at 1-0. Top 3 up next.
We've just been voted New Zealand's #1 value for money brand. But we're not stopping there. Our mission for impossibly low prices goes on. Oh, is that the floor? Look out! Oh no, it's a line on the wall. Oh, that was the floor. Pack and save. Our policy, New Zealand's lowest food prices.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the 3rd innings, and it's Canterbury get themselves out of a jam twice. Only giving up the 1 run and a pass ball in the first. They'll hand it over to Pilmali Wakeford, the right fielder. Joanna Church, the third basewoman, and Elizabeth Rice, the left fielder here. 1, 2, 3 for Canterbury in the 3rd.
Pilmali Wakeford.
Drop ball just outside.
bit there. Fouls that one off.
Nice hard foul ball from Pilmali Waitford. Oh, looks like we've got a broken wheel behind you here, Alan. Young Jackson Gerbes. He must have been out playing with his mates around the ballpark today. Well, he'll be in action tomorrow. Well, Jackson, the under-13 rookie socks gets underway.
I have heard about that.
Yeah, all those teams coming from around the country. It's going to be outstanding. 2 days to play, the rookie socks. Weak grounded to Johnson. Should have to make a quick transfer. It's a glove transfer, and it is perfect. Wow. Ashley Johnson's got it going on.
Picks it up with their gloves and flicks it over to first base, Jordan Mumu, to retire. Waitford for 1 down.
Jackson playing, Alan is playing for the North Harbour U13 boys team. Travelling down. Lucky for him, he got to fly down with mum and dad on the Wednesday nights and come and watch his sister playing for the Junior White Sox. The rest of his team, they're on the bus. I left at 6:30 this morning from North Harbour. About a 10-hour bus ride from North Harbour.
10 hours. Goodness gracious. 2
teams, under 13 boys and girls on that bus.
Are the girls here as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be 7 fully fenced diamonds out on the outer fields here at Fraser Ballpark.
That'll be so cool for those kids.
It will indeed. There's some flies out to who other than anyone else. That is Ashley Johnson takes another out.
Join the church. Flies one out to the second base.
Elizabeth Rice now, the left fielder.
Ashley Johnson, who takes this catch for 2 down. Brings it to the batter's box, number 6, Elizabeth Rice.
Drop ball is down low.
First pitch down low, called ball 1.
Church with an economical strike zone here in the batter's box with that stance. Alan, your hitting style, you like to crouch or stand tall?
I stay in my legs, so I bend my knees and stay in my legs quite a bit. However, that was an adjustment I made this summer at home. So last year I started tall and then would get into my legs, but this year I've kind of simplified it.
Yeah.
So I just make adjustments as whatever feels good, whatever feels right at the time.
That'll help, of course, to eliminate the rise ball if you've got a slightly lower stance too, right?
Yep. It is. I have heard the umpiring ruling on the strike zone is, however, wherever the ball would be when you step into the box.
Well, I don't know about you, but there's not much time to talk in Hutt Valley of fielding. It's another 3 up, 3 down innings. In the top of the third, no score for Canterbury. Hutt Valley with 1. Bottom 3 coming up.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Got to tell you, video switcher on this one is Scotty Easope. And if you had the comms that I have, you would think he was at Cape Canaveral, counting down the liftoff for the next spaceship. As we come back here in the bottom of the third innings. Thank you, Scotty. Done a great job in there, might I add, my friend. Lara Andrews now. She flew out to the third base woman in her first at bat. That was back in the first dig. Amy Begg started this matchup pitching to Meg Gladding. She'll continue to go to work here, that battery pairing for Canterbury. Hard liner through the 5-6 hole. And that'll bring up the 5th hit of the ball game for the Hutt Valley team.
Hutt Valley get their lead-off batter going on first base. Atiawa Toa in the batter's box.
Hand over to the catcher now, Atiawa Toa. Running bunt attempt, and of course it's a sacrifice, and she does it perfectly, does the catcher. So head coach Fraser playing fundamental softball here early in this one, Ellen.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see when she get a runner on, especially a base runner like Laura Andrews, who is known to take extra bases when she can. Bunting to get her over into scoring position, especially at this point in the lineup, is probably a really good idea.
Ashley Johnson, she's simply been a superstar in the field for Hutt Valley today.
Cold strike in the zone.
She'll come in to go to work here. Back in the first innings for Johnson. Fly ball to centre field for the out. Hard line down the drive. Interesting story, Alan, around Ashley Johnson. A Sky Sport New Zealand White Sox member at a younger age and coming through the ranks. Then, just like happens with a lot of the time, motherhood comes knocking on the door. Goes away from the game for a number of years, then comes back into it. Gets named to the New Zealand team to go to the Olympic qualifier in Shanghai last year.
That is amazing.
Here's a hard line, and that's why she was named. She will play another run here, Will Johnson. In charges Andrews, and it's a stand-up double for the comeback kid, Ashley Johnson. 2 runs to 0 now. Well, I tell you what, I mentioned earlier, we didn't quite get to the end of it, that one of the principal sponsors here for this broadcasting at the NFC on behalf of the Hutt Valley Softball Association is Atiawa Toa FM. And if you haven't had a chance to tune in to 100.9 or 94.9 FM on the dial here in Wellington and the Kapiti region, Atiawa Toa FM's got all the tunes, all the rap battles. They've got everything going on around the area, and it's great to have them on board for the broadcast with this one, working in partnership with Ballpark Broadcasting. Well, the great thing with having a radio station involved with the broadcast here, Alan, is they've been the expertise. We've got Willow on the audio mixer here for us, taking care of things, and we've just got word that we might have a chance to have a chat to Lara Andrews shortly. She's just come off the diamond, as you know, scoring the 2nd run of the ball game.
A bit low for a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We see Lara Andrew on camera there. Lara, I hope you've had a chance to catch your breath a little bit. What about the start of the Hutt Valley?
Start, we've got a couple of runs on the board. Get ahead early, put a little bit of pressure on Canterbury. We'll keep putting pressure on Amy, and hopefully if we can put enough pressure on, they'll take her out and bring in the next pitcher.
When we look at your squad, Lara, if we go up and down the lineup, there's a good mix of age group in there. What does that do for the balance in the team?
Hey, it's good for the future of Hutt Valley softball, but for us, you know, we've got a lot of young ones who have won numerous amount of national championships and got a lot of experience under their belt when it comes to playing in national tournaments. So for us, they may be young, but they do have that top 2 inches, and that's what matters at the end.
One through the wickets of McIntyre at first base. Hooker regathers to make the out there at first base of Winiata Inoka. Yvonne Burgess now will step in to go to work with 2 outs here. Runner only 60 feet away. And Lara, tell us what's going to happen next.
Hey, we got a runner on, pop fly. You know, we talked about playing softball like a game of chess, you know, so we've got a runner on 3 here. None or 1 down. The goal is to go off field so that we can score that run in. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant, just a ground ball to second base or a pop fly to outfield scores the run and does the job for us.
Lara, I want to ask you one more question here. Green to gold, that's been historically known for Hutt Valley, that change of mindset about becoming a championship team, and having Joe Fraser, the head coach, and having good success with this NFC team. What has that been like?
Hey, I mean, it's good for us. Oh, here we go, here's the hit. Oh, we got 2 outs. It's been really good. We've got an awesome management staff around Joe with Z and Tarek and our scorer. We've got a good family vibe here. We love playing for green to gold, and it's awesome to play softball in front of all these young aspiring softball players in the valley, and hopefully to motivate them to either pick up a glove or go to the next level with their game.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you, Lara. Allowed you to grab your glove as you'll come out to play third base. And it is Lara Andrews scores the second run of the ball game. Hutt Valley lead 2-0. It'll be the top of the fourth when we come back.
Your team lose again, bro. I've never seen a ball bounce like that before.
The weekend's for calls. Make yours at tab.co.nz.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-0 at this point. Hutt Valley leading the ball game. Top of the fourth innings. We'll go back to the top of the shop. It'll be Narissa McDowd, Meg Gladding, and Michaela Wedihiko. They were sat down in order back in the first innings, just like every other innings here against Landros, the starting pitcher for Hutt Valley. When a pitcher's being dominant like this, it's not a strikeout type of pitcher, but definitely getting those outs, the ground balls that Landros is producing here. From a hitting point of view, what do you have to do different?
I think the hitters need to take a look at where all those ground balls are going. Everything's going to the right side for the most part.
Oh yeah, don't hit it to Johnson, right? Do not hit it to Johnson.
Or if you're going to drive the ball hard, stay in your legs and drive that outside pitch to the right side.
Stay in your legs. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by stay in your legs?
A lot of times with an outside pitch, hitters will stand up out of their legs and throw their hands at it, and that's not powerful. So if you stay in your legs and drive the ball, like drive with your legs, a lot of times you'll be more successful in that way.
Oh, there you go. Allie Clark, visiting player from Kansas, playing a softball in Canterbury this year. Great to have her insight, international experience here at the NFC. Ground ball to Lara Andrews, comes off the glove, she's on the knees, and the throw is good. Lara Andrews, boy oh boy. Luckily we didn't cross to her after that play because we'd have to ask her all about it.
It's true.
That's what you want from an international third baseman though, isn't it? Stay in the play.
Yeah, you'll see Lara's not going to give up on any play. Anytime she has a chance to get an out, she'll stick it out.
One down here for Canterbury.
Landros comes in with a down low pitch, ball one.
See the scoreboard in the bottom left-hand corner here. Well, guess what? Ellen Clark, she's not only calling colour on this one, but she's also running the scoreboard. How cool is that?
Doing my best. Multitasking's not my strong point, but I'm doing my best.
Well, much better than us blokes, don't you worry about that. Scotty Esope doing the video switching in there. He's going to make that scoreboard just a little bit bigger for you in that bottom left-hand corner, just so you can see it on the varying different devices a little clearer. Two balls here on Gladding. Hard drop ball from Landros, trying to pick up that lead strike. Oh, sorry, Thread won the count now. Apologies. Comes all the way back, does Landros. Fills the count now against Gladding. Ready now is Landros for the full count. Up in the air. Fraser, the shortstop, sun in her eyes, and she will make the catch. That's a difficult catch, and that sun's right there, glove up, shielding it, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of times, and the visors help as well. A lot of times you'll see some young girls who they'll put that bare hand up, which doesn't really help much. We're always taught to get our gloves up there, block the sun, and then get that ball in the glove. Secure the out.
Perfectly done from Fraser, the shortstop for Hutt Valley. Michaela Wirihiko now. Grounded out to Johnson at second base. She'll try to turn it to the left side of the diamond this time. Running bunt. There's a sneaky one, and Jordan Mumu at first base is like, whew, thank God that went foul.
See that a lot out of her when we're playing at home. Michaela, there's a couple girls in the lineup in her team that can drop those sneaky bunts, and it does scare you. It startles you.
Line drive to centre. Lewin starts in, goes back and makes the catch, and wouldn't you know it, should we do something different? Nah, 3 up, 3 down. We've only done it for 4 innings. That's the way Landros is going at the moment. That'll do us through 3.5. Bottom 4 coming up. 2-0. Welcome back, and thank you to Tip Zone for their great sponsorship of our Junior Black Sox team. Of course, the Junior Black Sox are in action here at the NFC at the moment. They are currently playing the Auckland men's team on one of the outer diamonds, and they've just scored 3 runs against Auckland at the top of the 4th innings. The score is 7 runs to 3 to Auckland at this point. But the juniors getting something going on. Flies up. And no chance for the third baseman, Joanna Church there. Big is camped underneath her, but as a good pitcher gets out of the way, try to allow Church to make the catch. Maybe that's sun in the eye at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of times we're told as defenders to catch the ball if you can, don't let the pitcher catch it, just because they're pretty distracted by what they've just done. So I think Joe could have been a bit more vocal there and called her out.
And you know what? I'm not an official scorer, but as I look to my right side, I wouldn't call that an error. But if I was an official scorer, I would. So it is an error on the third baseman on their play. Thank goodness for us. Elaine Hiroki just to our right side, official scorer on this one. That brings me to a very important point, Alan. So I'm luckily enough, I get to go around the country to broadcast these tournaments and things as we go. And one of the great things about our great country of New Zealand, are full of so many hospitable people. And if you ever get to meet Chopper, he's a rounded shaped type guy. He likes to eat. And the cool thing with that hospitality, in different regions, they bring me different delicacies around the country. And Alan's husband, Reese, is a great fisherman. He makes this great raw fish dish. I haven't seen it yet this week, but I tell you what, I guarantee it's coming.
Fingers crossed, huh?
Fingers crossed indeed. Pukitapu checks his swing. They'll check it down to Hopper at first base. He says no swing. Yeah, I remember one year there was the great steak from Manawatu, the raw fish from Wellington, the crayfish from Hutt Valley. There was a temptation of power in Canterbury, but Aaron Collier never delivered, just throwing him under the bus.
Did he not? Nemo.
There you go. Ball. Finding, do you know how he got his name, Nemo?
I have no idea, actually.
Well, he's a good buddy of mine, Aaron Collier. Now part of the Horswell Ball Club down in Christchurch, but originally from Auckland. Played for the Northcote Club. That's the club I used to play for at the time. And when we'd go away on tournaments, it was a little hard to find him sometimes. So that's how he got his name, Finding Nemo.
That makes so much sense.
I'm not saying he's mischief. No, wait a minute. I'm saying he's mischief. Aaron Collier, assistant coach for Canterbury this week. The men's side, a gentleman and a scholar. just needs to get out the power now and then. Puketapu Barnett still locked in here against Amy Begg. Rise ball is good on the outside edge. Mumu not tempted to leave first base yet. It was only a matter of time before you hear head coach Fraser. He's an excitable character down at 3. Willing his players to come on. Strikeout by Puketapu Barnett. We'll go back to the top of shop as Superwoman. That is Caitlin Lewin. One out at this point. Lewin steps into the box. Drop ball is perfect on the tram line from Big. Lead off this at bat. Beautiful day here in Hutt Valley. If you can see in the background that mountain range that runs down one side of the Hutt Valley, and that's why they call it the Valley, because there's a mountain range on either side. That is Pukeatua Maunga, or mountain range that runs down the side here. It's one of the most significant ranges in the region, and a beautiful spot. I've always wanted to. You see the trail going up the top of the hill there? To take a hike up there and just see what the view is from the top. So hopefully one day I get a chance to do that.
Maybe one day. That one looks a bit intense. Might need to train for that one, I bet.
Well, did you just put me under the bus there?
No, I think I would need to train for that as well.
Oh, now you're trying to pull me out of the bus.
I really do.
All right, okay. Alan Clark puts Chopper under the bus. Chopper, you know what? Maybe you use a quad bike to get up there because the hike will be just too much.
There you go.
I could run downhill, though. I could make the downhill part.
Downhill's the worst.
Oh, is it?
I'd rather go uphill.
Okay. Fair enough. You piggyback me up, I'll piggyback you down.
There
How's
we
that
go.
sound?
That works.
All right. Alan Clark, yeah, what a character in the booth. First time broadcasting in New Zealand, and in her second match at the NFC, she puts Chopper under the bus. Kansas native, of course, the home of one of the great stories that come out of the US. And there's a low lifter that sneaks through the zone to pick up the strikeout of Lewin. Jenica Fraser. Of course, that wonderful story, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Dorothy, she came from Kansas.
She really did.
Was that your hometown as well?
It's close. I don't know if they ever really say where Dorothy's actually from, but they really all kind of look the same in Kansas, so we'll call it Abilene. That works.
What was the name of the dog?
Toto.
Toto, yeah, that's right. Man, that dog was just like her best companion, right?
He was. He went everywhere with her.
Stayed with her the whole way through. You got the Tin Man. I got to say, I look a little bit like the Scarecrow guy. This one goes foul down the line. Well, there you are. Dorothy from Kansas. So is Ellie Clark. Well, I tell you what, if we could bring your mother in a video cam and bring her into the booth here, do you reckon she'll be chuckling on the kitchen floor right now?
Probably. Oh, gosh. My mom's probably enjoying this. She listens to you, Chopper, quite often whenever there's games that she wants to watch.
Ground ball goes through the 5-6 hole. Fraser stays hot with their second hit of the ball game. That is 6 on the day now for Hutt Valley, leading the ball game 2-0. Lara Andrews told us when we interviewed her last innings about being precise in moments that count. She's got a moment that counts here. They have a 2-run lead, but if they can play it another couple of runs here, with the way that Landros is pitching for Hutt Valley, maybe that could be enough. Hard hit ball. This is trouble. It's a capital. And boy, oh boy, don't worry about the Tin Man, because this one's in that hurricane and it's out of the yard. It's a 3-run bomb by Lara Andrews. An exclamation point here in the bottom of the 4th innings.
That was a big hit. That was large. It's going to be difficult for Canterbury to come back after that. That might have been the nail in the coffin, but hopefully we see a little fight out of them and they can make a ball game out of this.
Well, they're going to have to get that magician, the Wizard of Oz, to try and get out of this jam now for Canterbury. Lara Andrews, international superstar for the Sky Sport White Sox. Third baseman. She's the first New Zealander to play professional softball. As you see them go back into the dugout there, Hutt Valley. Smiles on their dials, and they're leading the ball game. 3 runs there makes the score 5 runs to 0.
Into the batter's box. Atiawa Toa FM to see what she can do after that sensational home run from Lara Andrews.
To VT now.
And your dad comes in, pulls the strings on that one. He's down low.
With that home run by Andrews, Canterbury have got up in the bullpen. Paige Crawford, the designated player.
In the batter's box for Hutt Valley. New bag on the mound for Canterbury. Pitch down low.
2-1 now, the count on the catcher for Hutt Valley. 2 down here, both strikeouts in this innings. Ground ball to Begg, she'll take the third out as well. Throws it over, but she's not happy. She want her team to come out with a vengeance with the bat, and you know what? You can't count out Canterbury because they do come with vengeance. But it is the 3-run shot from Lara Andrews. Boy, oh boy, she'll want to get mic'd up for an interview all the time when she performs like that. She gives them the margin now, 5 runs to 0. Back soon.
Tamariki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamariki Ora Waifetu, phone 566-8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Rūnanga-nui o Te Atiawa.
All the best throwback 90s and more.
Atiawa Toa.
100.9 and 94.9 Atiawa Toa.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds for the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It was Lara Andrews with a massive blow here in the bottom of the 4th innings that just blasted it out of the ballpark for a 3-run shot. Canterbury now Canterbury trailing the ball game to Hutt Valley, 5 runs to 0. Lucy McIntyre, Paige Crawford, and Alyssa Laurie be in charge of trying to break this stranglehold that Siobhan Landros has had going on. 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down through 4 complete so far. First pitch, ground ball to Fraser, and she beats it out. Lucy McIntyre puts a turbocharge down first base, runs out a single to shortstop.
Get their lead-off runner on. This could be the start of their rally to get back in the game.
You hear the ground announcer Robbie Easthope saying a rally's coming, and that'll be Paige Crawford now.
Crawford, the runner on 1.
This one's up top.
Comes in, that pitch is high rise outside the zone.
Bang bang play at first base there. Canterbury sitting down in the dugout.
Paige Crawford in the batter's box for Canterbury.
Corners for Hutt Valley up close now. Heavy swing by Crawford will go back out of play.
Paige Crawford. Let's see. Siobhan Landros, which is outside.
Outside this time from Landros. So having to work a little harder here as Landros for the first time in the match.
It's nice to see the Canterbury batters being a bit more disciplined. Second time through the lineup, they're going to need to make some adjustments and get some stuff rolling off of Siobhan here.
Well, normally you would have thought with a runner or lead-off runner on here, Canterbury would go fundamental softball.
Designated player for Canterbury.
and Bunter over. Here's a hard hit ball. There's a train up there, and it's going, and it bounces into the fence. She cleans it out, does Yvonne Burgess. And I tell you what, that is fortuitous for Hutt Valley. It'll be rule to ground, rule double. Otherwise, the runner at first base, Lucy McIntyre, would have come home on the play.
Absolutely. That was a great piece of hitting there by Paige.
Well, head coach Tuinginga backing Paige there. As we were saying before, not going with a sacrifice bunt play because the score is 5 runs to nil. He needs to get some offence going. And he backs his hitter in Paige Crawford. She replies and almost sends it out of the yard. And a great attempt by the left fielder, though, Burgess, running through the fence.
That was great effort there.
So there'll be 2 runners on in scoring position for Canterbury. No outs here. A real opportunity to get back in the ball game. First pitch issued to Alyssa Laurie is a ball down.
Laurie in the batter's box.
Grounds over the top of this one, goes foul. Levels the count now 1-1. Alan Clark in the booth here with me. Dorothy's twin sister from Kansas. Fouls this one off.
That's a good cut at that one.
I haven't had a chance to see you play, Alan. What position do you play?
I'm a catcher. I'm actually Paige's catcher. Paige Crawford's catcher.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get any dirt on Paige when she came up. What's
I know.
going on?
Well, I'm trying to not be too biased here.
Oh, okay. Oh, good on you. Round ball to Vandross. She checks the runner and throws it over in time. That's a good play by the stunning pitcher here for Hutt Valley.
To retire, Alyssa Laurie.
They'll go to their draft pickup player now from Auckland, Pearl Marley Waitford. She's a heavy hitter, that's for sure. Only youngster, 18 years of age is Marley Waitford.
Waitford takes a cut at that. Nice move, down ball drop from Chabot.
Swinging over the top of that drop ball from offering from Landros.
Valley 5, Canterbury 0.
Fouls this one off down the line. So in the hole quickly
Right field side.
is Marley Waitford. And it's good morning, good afternoon, good night as Waitford goes down on 3 straight pitches. 2 down now. Canterbury with still 2 runners in scoring position. They've been there with the first 2 batters of this innings, and in my mind, Alan, they need to cash them in here.
Yeah, scoring these 2 runs would be big for Canterbury in this inning.
And Canterbury are not going to take anything for granted here. They will bring their superstar off the bench, Casey Siataga. She will bat here for Joanna Church with the 2 runners in scoring position, so they are going for it. And apologies, it's Cassie Siataga.
Cassie Siataga into the game for the first time for Canterbury. Have a runner on 2. Siataga.
Just a little ahead on that one.
We have 2 down here. Casey Siataga.
Settles back in, does Siataga. Here comes the 2-1.
Against Siobhan Landros on the Mount Barkley.
Down the edge. Andrews is there. And she can't make the throw. She makes a spin move on the regather. Fine defensive effort there, but gets up to make the throw to first base. Can't get settled. And it goes askew. And just like that, Canterbury get their first run of the ball game. 5 runs to 1.
It's not enough to get Casey Siataga at first base.
Tough play there, Ellen, when you're spinning around at third base.
Absolutely. That's a long throw as well. That was a good hard hit there by Cassie. Probably a good move to put her in the box, get her in at bat in this situation.
This one's hard and down.
Outside called ball.
Swinging over the top of this one is Elizabeth Rice was due up to bat here for Canterbury. And they've made another switch here. Lauren Sutherland will come into bat for Rice. Just smothers over that one, trying to find her pitch. When they talk about finding their pitch, what do they mean by that, Ellen?
Every hitter has their strengths and their weaknesses. If you're ahead in the count, you might cut the plate in half and look for a pitch on a certain side.
Not that I want you to give away too much. You see Canterbury in the dugout. They're still sitting down. They got their first run of the ball game. Runners in the corner here. I know there are 2 outs, but it's a big opportunity for them for sure. Inside, good resilience from Sutherland there. Now, not trying to give away too much here, Alan, but what's your pitch?
Outside.
Outside, down or up?
Depends on the day.
Oh, you
With
don't
that
want to
one,
give it away, do
no.
you? I know your catches. Yeah, I'll tell you just enough and then cut it off.
Exactly.
Good
It does
on you.
depend on the day, though. Every once in a while I can get my hands through on an inside pitch, but typically I like to go oppo.
Let's say hello to Mum while we've got a break in the action.
Hello, Mom.
Hey, Mum, how you doing? Don't worry about it. Dorothy is looking after Alan here in the booth, and she's doing a great job too. Don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, fantastic. Great to have you along. Great to have you along as well here for the running of the NFC National Fast Pitch Championship. And Sutherland holds back on the outside edge, but it clips the zone, and that'll complete the innings, but not before. They go back-to-back hits to start off the innings, and then an errant throw by Lara Andrews at third base allows Canterbury to get on the board. Score now 5 runs to 1. Bottom of 5 coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we will come back into the bottom of the 5th innings. It is 5 runs to 1 at this point. Hutt Valley leading Canterbury. Ashley Johnson, she's been outstanding defensively for Hutt Valley. She'll take the first pitch and throw her hands at it. It'll go foul down the left field line. Johnson flew out to centre field her first at bat, but remember the hard double to centre plated a run all the way back in the 3rd innings. Well, an outstanding matchup here between Canterbury and Hutt Valley. We mentioned about the experienced coach of Joe Farizo for Hutt Valley, but it doesn't get any better than Carl Tuninga, the head coach for Canterbury here. Carl's with us now. Carl, mate, your team just comes back into the game with a run here in the 5th innings. What do you do from now to keep on keeping back into the game?
Yeah, Chopper, we've got to, we've just got to keep hitting the ball and putting ball in play and, you know, creating some stuff for against Hutt Valley to try and claw a couple of runs back, you know, and if we don't get enough to win, we've just got to come back in and, you know, there's bonus points available, so yeah, that's our target.
It is 5 points for the win, of course, 2 if you go to a tiebreaker and lose, and one if you lose within a couple of runs. So you did right. Bonus points up for grabs here. Well, the starting pitcher, Siobhan Landros, has been outstanding for Hutt Valley, but you did get on to her in the 5th innings. What was the change there from your approach hitting-wise?
We made a couple of changes in our lineup and brought in a bit more experience, with Cassie and Poe coming back into our lineup. So we just wanted to strengthen that, and that kind of paid off. So and it's our second run through. We see Siobhan through the first innings. So it's once you have a look the first time, you can adjust to that, and I think we did that.
Well, as they always talk about, it takes 21 outs to win a game of softball, and you've still got plenty of outs here to play with. Strategy-wise for you offensively going forward from here, do about getting the little things right. What do you think is going to be the key?
Offensively, we're just got to keep putting the ball in play. You can't let pitchers like Siobhan start to dominate too much, and if you keep putting the ball in play, things happen. So we're just got to stick at it, and we're not panicking yet. It's early in the tournament, Chopper, and there's no panic stations yet.
Carl, Amy's been throwing really well for you this tournament. It's good to see her face some decent hitters in this lineup. What do you think moving forward she should work on?
Are you talking about overall or in this game?
Just in this game, yeah.
Yeah, just keep mixing it up a little. We don't want to be too honest. Hutt Valley got a pretty good hitting lineup, and we can't be too honest in there. You've got to keep nibbling away at the edges and making them get something that's not that comfortable for them. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you, Carl. We'll let you get back to scoring some more runs. We wish you the best of luck for the rest of this one.
Thanks, team.
Well, there you go. Carl Tuninga, head coach for Canterbury. Great to get an insight from him after they score a run there and what their thoughts are on getting back into this ball game. Working hard, the designated player, Kiri Winenata Inoka. Fouls that one off on the change-up to stay alive. Got to say, I hated the change-up.
Did you?
Oh, I swear to God, when I was playing, I could swing twice and still not hit it.
I'm a fan.
Yeah?
I like a good change-up. If I can see it coming. That was a great decision there by Amy, though, going with the change-up. Just like Carl was saying, she needs to keep them off balance and stuff, and that's the perfect way to do that.
Changing the, varying the pace, moving the location. She's got all the arsenal, does Amy Begg, and she'll need to stay solid here if Canterbury are going to have a chance to keep on coming back into this ball game. 5 runs to 1 here in the bottom of the 5th innings, and the low lifter is good. Out of the right hand for Begg for the second out. Well, we saw some offensive changes for Canterbury. Atiawa has gone into the ball game at shortstop to stay in. Haven't quite picked out where Sutherland is at this point.
Left field.
Ah, there you go. See, that's why Amy Clark's here. Sorry, Alan Clark is here. She's got better eyesight than me, for starters.
What Carl was saying about getting some experience in the lineup, Cassie and Lauren have both been in this NFC mix and played for Canterbury for a long time. I believe last year Cassie took the year off, didn't play, so it's really good to see her back on the field for him this year.
Well, outstanding athlete is Cassie Atiawa, and she's been the mainstay at shortstop for the Canterbury team for quite a while, except for that year off, as you so rightly put. Oh, there'll be a pinch hitter now coming for Hutt Valley. Yvonne Burgess will get a rest. And to hit for her will be number 16. That is Lace Tangiar now. Lace watches that one come through for a called strike.
Lace Tangiar now is into the game here for the first time for Hutt Valley.
Rosemore up top. Head coach Fraser will know that the best way to quieten down an opposition team trying to come back into the ball game is to score again. So he will want to try and pick up something here in the bottom of the 5th innings. And it's a Texas bleeder. Transfer is good, but there's no chance of making that play for the second baseman, Wedehiku. So the pinch hit works. Single up the middle here for Lace Tangianau. And it looks like we're going to do a re-entry here. So Tangianau's day is done. She'll go to first base, pick up the batting gloves of Yvonne Burgess that dropped that on the way through. Jeez, there's just not a beat missed with this Hutt Valley team, is there?
They're onto it.
So Burgess back into the ball game, running at first base. There is 2 outs at this point.
First base for Hutt Valley with a runner on 1.
Head umpire, home plate umpire, Rebecca Taylor, just readjusting the mask after making that change with the official score. Jordan Mumu now. Swings at a rise ball on the outside edge.
Nice pitch on the outside. Against Jordan Mumu for the swing. And this 1 strike.
Swings forward on the change-up. We have a final score from Auckland versus the Junior Black Sox. 13 runs to 3. Complete after 4 innings. That'll terminate that one early. Another matchup going on at the moment. Over on Diamond 2, Wellington taking on Counties Manukau Waikato. Close matchup through the first 2 innings, a run apiece in that one, and then Wellington exploding for 5 runs in the top of the 4th. They lead 6 runs to 1 now in the top of the 5th.
2 balls, 2 strikes from the batter Jordan Mumu of Hutt Valley.
Count level now 2-2. On the hands, coming forward is McIntyre, and a diving catch. Lucy McIntyre, an outstanding defensive effort.
And Hutt Valley. So the current score is Hutt Valley 5.
Well, they'll come off with high fives, just what you need. Defensively, be good. Come out offensively, be even better. We'll see what Canterbury can do in the top of the 5th. They are trailing 5 runs to 1.
We've just been voted New Zealand's #1 value for money brand. But we're not stopping there. Our mission for impossibly low prices goes on. Oh, is that the floor? Look out! Oh no, it's a line on the wall. Oh, that was the floor. Pack and save. Our policy, New Zealand's lowest food prices.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th innings, Canterbury trying to turn the tables on this one. They scored 1 in the 5th after trailing 5-0. Now they're in the top of the 6th innings after putting a donut on Hutt Valley. Here comes Johnson. Someone forgot to get the MO. Dana hit it to the second base one for Hutt Valley, first out.
She's been extremely solid for them this game.
Just goes to show you can be a mama and still play.
I love that. That's awesome.
Couple of young kiddies now is Ashley Johnson. But still finds the time to train, get prepared, not just to play domestically or at this NFC level, but also internationally for the Sky Sport White Sox team.
That's impressive to find that balance and to still hold yourself to a high standard as a ball player. You know what I mean? I think that's admirable.
Well, one of the great things with that, of course, softball is a great family sport. And when you've got someone with aspirations and the skill that Ashley Johnson has, she's got good family support around her as well. So the Johnson family really helping out along the lines there. And good on them because she's an outstanding athlete.
Love that.
Meg Gladding now. fouls this one back. Meg now playing her softball back in Canterbury full time. Had it been the, I joked with her when I saw her yesterday. I said no frequent flyer miles this year because she'd been playing up in Auckland for a number of years, flying up every weekend.
She was on that Otahu team. I actually had the pleasure of playing with Meg. My first year here, I played NFC with Southern Pride, and Meg and I were on the same team. She's a great player.
This one's shallow. Centre field. Lewin is underneath it to make the second out here.
For 2 outs.
Michaela Wirihiko, ground out to second base. A fly ball to centre field in the fourth. Of course, that ground out in second base wasn't in the fourth as well. It's like over there, but first and fourth. Ready to go here against Siobhan Landros.
Called strike in the zone. 1 strike. Ball, high rise, called ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Level the count now on Wirihiko. Wirihiko spent a bit of time playing softball in the collegiate system. It's a running bunt play. Defense was good, but so was the pace of Wirihiko safe at first base.
Wirihiko there with a nice running bunt play and beats the throw to be safe on 1. Brings into the batter's box number 20, Lucy McIntyre. 2 down here. So Canterbury fighting hard here to stay in the game. Have a runner on 1. 2 down in the 6th innings. His pitch is called ball. McIntyre takes a swing at that one, goes foul.
McIntyre will foul the first pitch she sees off. Ground out to Johnson in the second innings, did McIntyre, but then a single to shortstop, which she beat out on a slow roller. That was in the 5th.
Landros pulling the strings on that pitch. The change up. Down low, just missing the plate.
2 balls,
Ball.
1 strike.
Rebecca Taylor there, 2-1. Off and running on the pitch. The slide is good, but the throw in the tag is just a little bit better. And they try to get in scoring position. The home plate catcher, Otila Tavite, says, not on my watch, and that'll complete the top of the 6th innings. We'll come back in the bottom. Hutt Valley leading 5 runs to 1.
Ina ki te koe I tētahi tohu, kia tere, kia tika te mahi, face. Ko tētahi rāna I tētahi taha o tōna kanohi, arm. Ko ngoi kore tētahi ringa, speech. Ko parure, ko ngaro rāna I tōna reo, take action. He poto te wā, waia tonu atu ki tahi, kia pai ai te whakaoranga o te tangata.
Your team lose again, bro? I've never seen a ball bounce like that before.
The weekend's for calls. Make yours at tab.co.nz.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th innings. Hutt Valley have a commanding lead in this one, 5 runs to 1 at this point. Outstanding, scoring a run early in the 1st, another one in the 3rd, and then 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Before Canterbury picked up 1 in the top of the 5th. That's where we are now in the bottom of the 6th as we continue to march through this one. It'll be the right footer, Marere Pukitapu Barnett. That'll get us underway. First pitch. Wirihiko will take that. Throw it over to 1 in time.
Well, Mario Wakefield, who throws it over to first base, Wirihiko. Lucy McIntyre. Called the first out.
Isn't that great how we mic'd up the umpire? Did you catch that then?
I love that.
5 for 12, says Joe Fraser, head coach for Hutt Valley. And that'll bring into the ball game for Hutt Valley is Erin Blackmore in shirt number 5.
Let's see what you can do, Erin.
Rebecca Taylor, he says, let's see what you can do. So Caitlin Lewin will get a rest. As we'll see what you can do, Erin Blackmore steps into work.
So, Erin Blackmore into the game for Hutt Valley for the first time.
I hope you're enjoying the broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you for Ballpark Broadcasting in partnership with Atiawa Toa FM. 9 cameras in operation in this one. Mic'd up the umpire. Live crosses with the players. Digital scoreboard up. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, it's great to be at the ballpark with you here, Alan Clark.
Absolutely.
Change up looks good from Big there. Catches her on the front foot, does Blackmore. That's interesting because Blackmore, a pitcher herself, a change-up pitcher. Line her up the middle, she's quick. And she will get safe down to first base. So the pinch hit by Blackmore works. And we're into Lewin to run for Blackmore. So Blackmore is done on the day.
Okay, we have a re-entry for Hutt Valley.
Caitlin Lewin re-enters the game. So well done, Erin Blackmore, on her.
One down here in the bottom of the 6th innings. They're leading with a 4-run margin at this point, Hutt Valley. Looking for an insurance run as we get deep in the ball game. Danica Fraser, she's been the pick of the bunch hitting-wise. A single in the first and a single in the 4th. The fly out in the 2nd. Or centre left offensively. Shows bunt, pulls back. Time called here, just allowing Joe Fraser to do the Macarena with those batting signals down at third base there. And it's a bunt and run play. Lewin goes to 2, looks for 3, no chance, and a good defensive play by the third baseman, Joanna Church.
Third base, Joanna Church there takes that one, throws it over to Lucy McIntyre.
Apologies, it's not Church at third base anymore. Alyssa Laurie, who started at shortstop. When Cassie Siataga came into the ball game, she moved over to third base. So it's actually Alyssa Laurie at third base.
Lara Andrews.
Strike.
Well, they talk about the epitome of a ball player. Lara Andrews is that in the female program in New Zealand. Of course, we go back a couple of innings to the 4th, a 3-run bomb over left field. Straight away, gone off the bat, and the shot was from Lara Andrews. Got all of that one. Big peering in for the signal. Ready now, she leans back. Here comes the 1-1. It's a hard liner to centre, but a beat on it. And nicely taken by Narissa McDowd at centre will nullify the threat here in the bottom of the 6th innings. No runs scored by Hutt Valley, but they are leading anyway, 5 runs to 1. Last chance Sunday for Canterbury when we come back.
G'day, my name's Brent Mulholland. I'm the Managing Director of ELE. I guess what makes ELE quite different from others is all of our people have a technical and management skill set in the sectors that we operate. So ELE as a business operates in the civil, transport, construction, engineering and oil and gas sectors. We have branches in Christchurch, Wellington, Auckland, Hawke's Bay and New Plymouth. And we engage approximately 500 workers on any given day. So if you're a client looking for great staff for your business, we've got people that can help. We're easy to work with, non-corporate, and we like to think we just keep it real.
I'm Richard Leach from Higgins Contractors Wellington. My role with Higgins is Operations Supervisor.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Last chance Sunday. Well, on day 2 Friday. It is for Canterbury here in the top of the 7th innings. I need 4 runs to keep this one alive, 5 to grab the lead here. So a trial, 5 runs to 1 at this point. Lucy McIntyre, she'll lead off here. Single to shortstop back in the 5th innings. So she's found some success today.
Strike. Caught strike in the zone. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lucy's a great disciplined hitter, so this is a good spot in the lineup for Canterbury to be in as far as getting something started.
Bravo!
We've got to get it started. No chance to rest on their laurels. Only got 3 outs to play with Canterbury here. If they can get out of this one, well, I think you'll find a new starring actor for the Wizard of Oz. Because you need to be a magician to come back out here, because Siobhan Landros has been outstanding on the hill.
Just misses the outside of the plate. Called ball. 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucy McIntyre fouls that pitch off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Landros just continues to be outstanding here today. Picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. The first out in the 7th innings. Paige Crawford was outstanding. Strikeout in the 2nd, but a solid double to left field. That almost left the park. That was back in the 5th. And she will pick up a single. Does Crawford. Stays hot with the bat. Drives that one to centre field.
It's Laurie. Number 5 for Canterbury in the batter's box with a runner on 1. Patron Landros is high outside, called ball.
Alyssa Laurie started at shortstop, moved over to third base.
Right. Called strike in the zone.
Hasn't been able to get on base yet, has Laurie. Takes that one through the zone. Pitch from Landros is excellent. Pulling the string on that change-up on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter.
Allen, in a situation like this, we know the pitcher's trying to close it out, but Canterbury trying to stay alive here. What would go through your mind if you were in the batter's box?
Contact. I would just want to get some real solid contact, get Paige over into scoring position, but you also want to get on in this situation because 1 run's not going to win you the ball game. So just some good solid contact, keep the game going.
Solid contact is the key here. Ellen Clark, international softballer. Ground ball to Mumu at first base. It's a foot race. The tag is good by Mumu. Crawford does shuffle over to second base, but they are down to their last out now, Canterbury. Bill Marley Waitford, the draft pick from Auckland. No success today. Ground out to second base and a strikeout in the 3rd and the 5th. So they have an opportunity here to try and right the ship in the 7th. First pitch for Landros is straight down the middle.
Court stride in the zone. From Triple Landros, pulls the strings on that. Down low pitch, catches Phil Murray, waits it on the swing.
This one just goes outside.
Just missing the plate on the outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 and 2 now the count on Marley Wadeford. Trying to keep this one alive for Canterbury. Outside, weak ground ball to Fraser. She can throw it, it's the game. And it is the game indeed. It is Siobhan Landros with a masterclass, just giving up the 1 run in the 5th innings. But it's Hutt Valley that'll run out victors in this one. 5 runs to run. Alan Clark, your thoughts on the match?
I think that was a well-fought ball game. Would have been nice to see if Canterbury could have got those bats rolling a little earlier, but off of a top-class pitcher like Siobhan, it's tough to do. Hutt Valley came out hot with the bats, and their defense was on point, so they earned that win, definitely deserved it.
They sure did indeed. I'm going to come to you for the player of the match shortly before the music takes us away here. An outstanding matchup for these two teams. Hutt Valley outstanding, 4 runs in the middle of the game there, but to go with the 1 at the beginning gives them 5 runs to 1. Ball passing player of the match.
Laura Andrews.
Laura Andrews. Who else? With a 3-run bomb that leaves the yard in the 4th innings. Laura Andrews is the Ballpark Broadcasting player of the match on behalf of Scotty Eastside, calling the switcher inside. Adrian Royal, technical, Corey and the Atiawa Toa FM crew. Of course, my colour commentator, Alan Clark. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. We'll be back with game number 26 on the schedule. It'll be Counties Manukau, Waikato and Auckland. It'll be Gary Rao here. Naomi Shaw, back with you shortly. 3 p.m. it's due to start. Won't be far off it.